As expected, the big players showed up and they showed up big. What is going on here? This is awesome. Tokyo Auto Show is back, and it is a master class in automotive design, formerly known as the Tokyo Auto Show. The biennial motoring event has evolved into the Japan Mobility Show for 2023. And there is so much to get excited about this year. As expected, the big Japanese players came and they showed up big time. This is sick, man. Toyota has one of the most extensive lineups at the Japan Mobility Show, highlighting several electric concepts. The most recently revealed pair is the FTSE Sport Car and the FT3E SUV, which seem very well positioned to actually maybe come to production. We could definitely hope. The FTSE presents a new fully electric chapter of the brand's high performance GR division. It's the model that stands to benefit most from Toyota's next gen lightweight battery technology. And then you pair that along with everything else they've been talking about as far as the engines and the components that they're making. I can't wait to see what Toyota does with this car. As for the FT3E, its technical specs are still unknown, but this one has even greater focus on the technology. The exterior uses digital displays to inform the driver of the battery charge before getting inside, kind of like the Hummer. It's more audaciously styled than the BZ4X, and the cabin is a blend of light colored, natural looking materials and digital screens everywhere. And if it wasn't enough that Toyota showed up with a ton of cool concepts, Lexus also showed up with this thing. The LZCF, it looks kind of like a Toyota Crown and a Hyundai Ioniq 5N had a love child, and this is what popped out. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. I'm digging it, man. And then, of course, there's Honda. And when we talk about Honda, I want to love it. I want to love the fact that they're bringing back the Prelude name. But I'll tell you this, I'm getting serious flashbacks to when we first got the Integra and they launched it and it was like, all this, we're bringing back the Integra. And it just kind of fell flat. And I feel like the design on the Prelude could be so much better. I think I'm going to talk about this in a future video. And so give me a couple of days. I want to work up some renders of what I think the design language could be. Because right now it just kind of looks like a flat copy of a BRZ FRS 86 clone with a Honda badge on it. So, and of course, we have to talk about Nissan. Nissan shows up at the Tokyo Auto Show with these crazy Bozozoku Japanese anime styled craziness. I don't know what's going on, but I love it. Absolutely love it. This thing's got a GTR badge on the front, and there's no way, absolutely no way they're going to actually produce these specific cars, but just looking at the design language that they have going on here, the crazy angles, the interesting triangles on the wheels, the whatever the heck this thing is, freaking minivan craziness. This is just insane. And I absolutely love and appreciate the fact that Nissan is pushing the envelope with their designs and really, really putting it out there. I've loved a lot of what Nissan has been doing recently. Obviously, the new Z, the Pathfinder. I just bought my wife a new Pathfinder. We absolutely love that car, and it's got really good styling. And I think that Nissan is on a path for their future that's going to really start to set them apart. I love it. Love where they're going with these cars. And then, of course, there's Mazda. Mazda shows up and they've got this rotary EV powered sports car that is just, it's beautiful. I love the butterfly doors. Front end looks really clean. I can see some of the RX-7 vibes coming from it. And then I also really like that it's still got a lot of that clean, flowing design language that's really makes Mazda's cars stand out. And so when we're talking about powertrain here, again, rotary EV powertrain that includes electric motors and a rotary engine. that can run on alternative fuels like hydrogen. Supposedly, this thing is pumping out somewhere around 365 horsepower, and it weighs in at just under 3,200 pounds, which would make it actually lighter than a lot of its competition in the EV market right now. So, super cool concept. I can't wait to see what Mazda does with this. Hopefully, it's one where we can get a version of it into production. And then, of course, Subaru, they they always have something going on. I love the BRZ, love the 86 platform, and they really kind of showed up with something that's a little bit new. Subaru showcased the sport mobility concept, and this is a concept that looks to be kind of an EV form of a sport coupe. Now, what I love here and what I love with all of the designs that are going on is that they're really kind of starting to push the envelope a little bit more. Looking at that future, it feels like all of these companies are taking a little bit of inspiration from what the designers at Hyundai are doing recently, which is not a bad thing. Hyundai has been designing some crazy stuff, and all of these have that kind of future retro, really kind of out there, but really stylish and nice design. So I really, really appreciate what they're doing here. I'm going to talk about this one a little bit more in a future video as well, but love what they're doing here. And then, of course, we can't walk away from this without talking about Mitsubishi and one of my guilty pleasure car manufacturers, Suzuki. Absolutely love their cars. I love both of these companies. Suzuki, obviously, they don't sell their cars in the US market anymore. And I absolutely love a lot of their cars, a lot of their older cars, interesting cars. The Grand Vitara, was a really good SUV. Of course, they had some of the legendary cars like the Escudo. And then, of course, they make all their bikes, Hayabusa. Everybody knows Suzuki for their bikes. And so I'm excited to see that they are continuing to innovate and do new cars. Of course, Mitsubishi, one of those car companies that in recent years, a lot of their cars have just been meh. They've just been kind of flat and average. And I want to see more from Mitsubishi because they've got so many iconic names and nameplates. They've got so many iconic cars that they could be pulling out of their heritage and doing new versions, doing concepts of. I want to see more of that from Mitsubishi. So thank you guys for watching. It's a little bit different format, but I'm going to be trying some different video formats for the channel. I'm going to be coming back with some renders coming in hot soon. Other than that, I'm going to be working hard to earn your subscription. So thank you for sticking around, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. God bless.